Hey, it's Mark again, and it's day 3 of my 90-day challenge, and I didn't get a haircut today because the girl that cuts my hair called in sick. So it's another day of messy hair on the camera. Uh, but I'm kind of getting over this whole, being on camera thing. I'm a little bit more comfortable with it. But anyways, yesterday, what did I do here? What I did was I made these two seats. These are for swings, and it's going to go on our rig, so that way the character can sit on it, and the whole rig will move up and down with the tripod, like this. Let's see if I can do this. Alright, so we can animate the whole rig up and down with this tripod, and it's pretty accurate. I mean, it's got a gear in there and everything. And so that's done. And then today what my plan is I need to set up the garage to be a little bit more organized so I can start filming the opening and closing shots of these two ships. And you can see that we have these plastic signs which can move like the ocean. And they're just on some CDs here. You can check it out. How it works is the CDs have a hole in them. And actually, I think I told this on another video already, how we made these, but it just kind of spins like this, and then we have little nuts and bolts, holding it together. We can tighten those down so that the whole thing is more rigid if we want to. So if we want, we can put it in position and it will stay there. So what I need to do is I need to take some clay and cover these and then kind of shape it like water. And then I also need to make some kind of a system for the ships to slide on more accurately. This is just temporary here. Mike Weldon and I put this together. It's just a platform, and these are just little pieces of wood to get the height correct for the ships. So the height is correct, but when I animate them, it's going to be a little bit tough to get a very straight motion because there's no guides here, so they can twist and stuff. And so I want to make something that's this height and then put a piece of wood here as a guide for it to slide against. So that's kind of one of the things I need to do tonight. So I also brought this pink piece of poster board here, which is I'm gonna use this as the green screen, but it's this pink, because if I use blue, well, the water is gonna be blue and the ship is blue, so that wouldn't really work, So I needed a color I could take out digitally that isn't the same color as the ship. So I need to take the C-stand that it's on, and I need to put that towards over here. I'm going to move the frame grabber and the computer out of the way, and I'm going to put it all over here against the back of the front of the ship. So that way the camera is facing this direction, where my camera is now, out towards the ships. Alright, so I just completed our platform, and it's pretty, solid. It's not going to come off. It's just hot glued. I ran a bead of hot glue along our railing here for the ships to follow, and I made that parallel to this piece of wood here, so all of the waves and everything, it's going to go parallel to that so that the ships will stay in focus. If I did it at an angle, and we have two ships, and as they're coming through at an angle, one's going to become closer to the camera than the other, and they'll both be one will be in focus, one won't be. So I also made this little spacer here. It's just a piece of wood, and it goes in between the two ships on our rail. And that's because I want them to move at the same speed at the beginning of the shot. And then the lead ship, which is the pirate ship, the Rusty Cork is going to go off screen once the Defiant ship is centered in the shot. So this will kind of give, I don't want to have it where when you see the ships chasing each other in the opening shot, that, there's a jerkiness where they're getting closer and further apart, which could happen. Even with frame grabbers and so forth, I just want to make sure that I simplify things, and I can move both ships at the same time during the first shot by just pushing the rear one like this. And then when I have to make the pirate ship speed off, I can space that distance out further as it goes off screen, and the Defiance is centered. So that's what I've got, and we're looking at about 11:16. So I still have about 45 minutes of work left to do, and I need to figure out what to do next. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to probably take some of my blue clay, which I brought lots of for this particular shot, and I'm going to put it inside of our double boiler, which is up here, so I can melt it down. And once it's melted, I can start to adhere it to the surfaces, and it will stick. So I'm going to work on that and kind of get that started. But I really can't get started doing that all tonight, because if I do that, you kind of have to do that all at once. I'll have to put it in a double boiler and melt it down, then adhere it to this and everything. And if you stop in between, you have to reheat the clay later, and it just takes a lot longer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait till tomorrow to do that all at once, because it's a really big project and it's pretty time consuming. But for now, you can see what we have. We have our ships, and we have our waves, and we have our green screen, and everything's set up. So that's what I'm going to do for tonight, and I think it's going to be really cool. And there we go. Alright, got a nice clean pot for tomorrow. No clay. Got it all out, and still pretty soft, but I just poured out all that melted clay onto some plastic wrap so I can wrap it up and store it away.